Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 19 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber. Last time out, Jason kind of escaped by the skin of his teeth against the Cubs with a no decision. Pitched for 6 innings, allowed 1 run on 6 hits, and a hit by pitch. Collected 7 strikeouts. So let's get back out here and hopefully keep this undefeated streak going. Get a bullpen day. What do we got? Walks per 9, cut break. Max that out. I could work on batting again, just for giggles, I suppose. But I'm thinking we're at the cap on those curveball stats, so we're going to go ahead and try working on that. So, they want me to try 10 outs with my curveball in the next appearance. I guess we'll give it a try. Rivalry? No, there is no Addison Russell here for me to throw balls at. Figurative or literal. So, I don't know. Kelvin Ortiz, I guess? My opposite number. Picked the opposite and wrong time to intimidate us. We're on fire right now. You may notice that I sound a bit ass right now. I just came back from the ballpark where I was screaming my lungs out. Anyway, that brings Jason up against the Cubs here in Wrigley Field. Now, Jason has faced the Cubs a grand total of 4 times before. Has an 0-3 record against them, a 6.75 ERA, and a 4.04 WOBA, so Jason still doesn't have a win against these Chicago Cubs in his major league career. Hopefully today's the day we change that, so let's get out here and get it.
Now baseball under the lights of Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs. Cubs baseball starts right now. Kelvin Ortiz, the Nevada-born starter, will get the call in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Wow, when you look into the numbers, they can be a little bit deceiving. Normally, most pitchers pitch better at home, but not this guy. He actually prefers and pitches better on the road. We'll see how he does and if he can adapt.
Now batting, William Howard. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Well, his D-backs put him in a pretty good spot here to start the game, up 2-0 in the bottom of the first, so let's get out here and hold him scoreless. Let's get it.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Incidentally, warnings have been issued to both the Cubs and Diamondback dugouts, so there will be no plunking of batters today, intentional or otherwise. Once is an unfortunate accident, twice is coincidence. 3 times is going to get Jason suspended. So let's try to avoid that.
Behind 0-2 now.
Looks like we got Eric Neely behind the dish. I can tell because he's got that that white chest protector on. Pretty distinctive. Oh, that's a grounder over to Jack Reinheimer, but he can't field it cleanly. They'll call that one an error. But there'll be a man on first with nobody out. Just handcuffed him. I'll bring up Trevor Davis, I think is his name. Taylor Davis, excuse me.
Into the box now, Taylor Davis.
Two-seam above the zone at 97. Goodness gracious.
Play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one.
Swing and a miss on that curveball. Strike 1.
Oh, he's got that beautiful 12-6 curveball, doesn't he? It's part of what makes him as good as he is, and he has a lot of confidence in it. He'll even throw it behind the count at times.
1-2 count. That one's fouled off. The 1-2 pitch. And
Swing and a miss. 3 curveballs in a row. Strike 3 called. Have a seat and get comfortable.
Starting lineup. Hero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matt, this lineup finds themselves down 2 runs. Nothing crazy. Everyone relax. Stay within the game plan. Find a way to execute and get 1 run on the board and get back in this.
So a runner at first with 1 out now. And that'll bring up the former first rounder.
Calls for another curveball. I'm not complaining. If I can get 2, all the better.
That's a strike to throw down.
But that is going to be a steal from William Bauer here to lead off, and that is man on second with only 1 out.
Now the 0-1. Fouled off.
Fouls off the 2-seamer up and in. First strike 2.
Leads off second with 1 gone in the inning.
Just missed the zone with that curveball. That's ball 1.
Are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Hey, put one in the cap right here, huh?
Struck him out.
And he just watched that one sail on through. Get on the bench.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
I can't get away with too many of those, man. They're going to pick up on it sooner rather than later.
The third baseman, Brian.
Into the box, Brian Franco, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first.
2-seamer top of the zone gets called for strike 1.
Fast start in the early part of the season. Now is spinning.
Try a deceptive pickoff there, but not going to get any credit for it.
2 out here and a runner at second.
Late on the fastball. Strike 2.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
2-seamer straight up the middle, and that's going to drive in a run. So Brian Franco gets himself a base hit to drive in William Bauer, and that'll be 2-1 already early going.
2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby knock.
Hero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic on the bases.
Okay, well, it is what it is.
You know, you give up a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. Nothing more frustrating for a pitcher than to have that happen.
Now a swing and a fly ball.
Blooped it into right field, but Harper can get over there to get that one, and it'll be, that'll be everything. That'll be all.
This bunch. Thursday night baseball
Dismissed.
rolls on. We'll have more after this. Stepping into the box, Blake Swiper. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Well, no more score from the D-backs in the top of the second, so we got to hold it at 2-1 here. Let's get out here and keep it going.
Right-handed pitching. Against southpaws, however, he has historically had a lot more difficulty.
Swing and a miss on the changeup.
On the circle change, swung on and missed 0-2. So let's take a peek at the
late on that
umpire
one, very late.
Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Hey, D-Row, you better be up there ready to swing with Ricky Holiday behind the plate.
Curveball, no swing. Ball 1.
I don't like that, Dan. As an offensive player, that's the 1 pitch that you almost can't get to with a power guy on the mound. I'm okay.
Cutter up and in. Swing and a miss. Get off my plate.
It makes it super
3 strikeouts for Jason through 4 batters.
Alignment for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's spot shadow Bryce Harper, and why wouldn't we? He's only one of the best players.
You got the usual suspects out here for the most part. Morris Lamb, Ildemaro Vargas, Jack Reinheimer, Rafael Devers, Rhys Hoskins, Carlos Castro, Bryce Harper, Eric Neely behind the dish. And on the bump, as usual, Mr. Jason Parham. And then there's this guy.
Russell will bat next. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a good
Twitches at the changeup or the curveball. Once again, I know the 2 pitches are different. I know the difference between them, but my tongue just can't seem to get the 2 straight.
Tapped out home.
He taps it in front of home plate. Eric Neely's got it, and that'll be an easy second out.
So coming to the plate, Mark Zagunis.
That'll bring up Mark Zagunis.
After a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. First pitch
Calls
of
for
the
another
at-bat.
curveball.
Sends that one out of play for strike one.
Late on that
Two
one.
out, nobody on.
2 down now.
Fastball misses inside.
Two-seamer inside. Never really threatening him, but maybe enough to give him something to think about.
Hey, come on, guys. Come on, big guy. Get your pitch,
1-1.
Kind of flubbed that one.
For ball two.
Ball 2 for
Sometimes it can be difficult for a
Jason.
pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Well, sometimes it sure feels like Jason has given up more home runs to like the 7, 8, and 9 hitters than he has to 1, 2, and 3 hitters.
This one misses.
Aw,
and that'll
Mom,
fill the
give me
count
some
here,
credit
3-2
there.
with 2 away.
Got to think our man behind the plate thought twice about that one. About as close as it gets.
Okay, well, I don't want to walk him, so let's go ahead and use a little showtime on this one.
Come on.
Give him a nice little margin, just so there's no mistake. Let's get it.
Hit out towards
That
second.
one squirts right between Jason's legs, apparently. I kind of thought that caught him on the shin. But, runner on first. 2 away.
Because you're hitting in front of the pitcher, not necessarily going to get pitched like an 8-hole hitter. You want to get out of that spot? Guess what? Newsflash. Be better. Because basically every other hitter in the lineup is hitting in front of you, except for this.
And that's in there for a strike.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
Cutter on the inside, gets strike 2 called.
He certainly hasn't been the
I got no
aggressor in this
mercy.
at-bat.
Let's give
2
it to him.
straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Swing and a miss on the slider. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Jason, and that will end the second inning.
No errors and 1 man left aboard. We've played 2 full. It's the D-backs 2 and the Cubs 1.
Looks like it's still a cold April here in Chicago. That'll bring Jason back up to the plate. Leading off the top of the third. See what he can do against Kelvin Ortiz. Let's get it.
And a fastball's in there for
Oh, I'm not getting anything on that one.
Hey, plays at 1 now. Hey, have a rip like you can. Here we go.
This is hit softly to third.
Ah, pulled that one, and it was a little bit. I don't know.
Man is gone to start the third.
I'm not too salty about it.
Coming to the plate
So
now.
that'll be William Bauer back on here to start the first, or the bottom of the third, excuse me.
Bauer.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Called a
Two-seamer
strike on the
down,
underhand,
strike 1.
1-1.
Hey, drive that pitch. Oh, here we go.
Another one up in the zone.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Just off the
And
corner
batter.
for ball 1.
No one down here. Come on, let it fly right here.
Try another curveball.
And he'll come back with
Bounces
the
it.
third as
That's
the
ball
count
2.
moves to 2-1 now. The 2-1
How about a
home
cutter up and in?
is swung on and missed
Pulls the
for
sword
strike
on
number
it.
2.
It's in the zone for strike 2.
Come on now. 1 time.
The
Trying another
2-2.
curveball. Let's see what he's got.
Doesn't get the zone.
Holds up
Count
on it.
full now.
I think he's
Taylor Davis waits
might
on deck.
have blown my wad on that curveball in this outing.
And this is
Swing and a miss on the
swung
fastball,
5
though.
Strikeouts now. and that's
Strikeout
your
number
first
5
out
on the
of
day for
inning.
Jason, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
These days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective. And that's exactly what he did right there.
Standing in now, Taylor Davis. As he'll take a
Okay,
changeup
leading
here for
off
strike
with
1.
a
He was
changeup for
strikeout
strike
victim in
1.
his first try.
Based on the way Matt Vasgersian said his name, I guess this guy is a major league player, or has been at some point.
The
Oh,
0-1
don't like the
delivery.
execution on that one.
This one's
Yep,
outside,
way outside.
quite a bit off the plate that time.
But I can't say that I recognize him or that I know his name, so I might have to look him up here shortly.
And he
Fouls off the two-seamer up and in.
The 1-2.
Try a curveball down. That gets squirted into the gap.
That's a base hit.
It'll be a base hit for him.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Standing in, Ian Happ. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded.
According to Fangraphs, Taylor Davis is a pretty much replacement level Cubs depth player, I guess. Couldn't have proven it by me.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Curveball looked at here for strike one.
Kind of pitching not terribly efficiently today. And in fact, his pitch counts have been up this whole time.
0-1 count and the pitch. Liner toward right center. In there.
I mean, I can't really say that he's been pitching inefficiently necessarily. He's gone for like 7 or 8 innings for most of his appearances, all 4 of them.
As he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Let's go now. One time.
First offering on its way.
But he's been pitching more like 13 pitches per inning rather than the 12.5 that he was doing last year.
Excellent job by the pitcher to get ahead 0-1. He has now got this offensive player.
Pulls his sword on the two-seamer on the outside half, and that's strike 2.
Hey, see it. Drive it. Let's go, big dog.
Pulled toward right center field. Harper on the run. He gets there. And
Well, they get
that's the second
to that
out.
one. Runner does not tag from second, so that's still runners first and second with 2 out.
The box.
That'll bring up Trey Mancini here.
1-4 here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball just misses. That's
Looked like he was starting to swing on that one, but held up just in time.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
Now a circle
Low
change,
changeup, and that's 2-0.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone.
Swing and a miss on the curveball.
Right here.
2 balls and a strike.
Still got that working anyway.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
Ah, come on.
To the Cubs left fielder.
Okay, Jay.
Davis at second. Happ at first.
Haven't walked
2 out of
anybody
the
so
inning.
far this year. Let's not let it happen now.
Hey, take the short way.
And that pitch misses.
Ah, okay.
So some intrigue.
It's not the end of the
now as
world.
Bases are loaded here with 2 away.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Oy, oy, oy. Come on, Jay.
His pitch count is really
You got the
spiked here in
zone. I
this
know you
inning.
do.
He's up to over 50 already.
Hey, come on now. Here we go.
Line drive to center
Line
field.
shot into center field, and that's going to get down.
Not in time as the run score. And
That'll drive in a couple runs. So Blake Swihart gets himself a base hit, 2 RBIs, and that
This
puts
looks like it's going to be a little bit back and forth. As a pitcher, how do you
That puts the
stop
Cubs on top, 3-2.
What you have to do is just concentrate all you can to try to get that first hitter out of each inning. This has the makings like this is going to be one of those seesaw affairs.
And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. Ready with the 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
This inning hasn't gone the way he wanted it to, but it's not a total disaster yet. Sometimes pitching is about damage control, so if he can stall these guys
liner out to Bryce Harper, and that'll end the inning finally.
Play is made here to end the inning.
Jason laboring out here in
On 3
Wrigley.
hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded.
See if the D-backs can rebound somewhat.
The Cubbies are in front 3-2.
Yes, indeed they can. So they pulled back even here. 3 apiece here, bottom of the 4th. Let's keep it that way.
First pitch on its way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1.
Hey, come on now. One time, right here.
Trying another curveball here to Mark Zagunis. He fouls it down.
Hey, we got no outs. Wait for it to go on now.
Hit hard on the ground.
Slider straight, knocked straight back up the middle, so he's 2 for 2 on the day.
0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
Hey, right here, anytime the leadoff hitter gets on in front of the pitcher, it puts the defense on
Yeah, people
notice.
who are
You're gonna
afraid
see
that
the
Jason
third
was
baseman
pitching too
creeping in.
well
You're
and that
gonna
I
see
needed
the
to
first
somehow
baseman
turn up the
grab.
difficulty
Trying
from
to get
Legend.
that out at second
Yeah,
base,
don't
but
worry
if
about
not,
it.
Make sure it won.
It's happening.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Kelvin Ortiz. And the pitcher is, in fact, bunting here as he puts this one down. There's one on to first, but not in time as he's
Well,
in
that's a
there
fielder's
ahead of the
choice here.
Ready for another shot
Now the pitcher's on base,
He'll look to bounce back after
which I guess I'll take that.
last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one.
One down.
And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
That last pitch was number
All right, there we
60
go.
already. With 1 out in the 4th, that's way too many.
The 1-1 takes a pass.
Swing and a miss on the two-seamer up and in.
Velocity on it for
High
you to
heat.
catch up to that. Unless you're cheating to a high fastball above the belt and you're all in, I say you got to
Aw,
find a
come
way to
on,
roll your
ump.
sights, or it's going to be a
You're
tough
squeezing me here. I'm getting heated here. I'm not usually this hot, but goodness, this ump has not been doing me any favors today. Bounces it at the plate.
But it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Now the 3-2 pitch. Looped out towards short.
All right, double play ball. That's all I need.
Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired.
Gets Jason out of the inning, gets the bats back up.
4 full, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Coming to the plate
All right,
now,
nobody on, 1 out here, top of the 5th.
He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Oh, that was a good one to mash, man.
Come on, baby. See you drive it.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. 3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Arizona. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield.
Inside pitch, and I popped it up. That'll be the 2nd out of the inning. Well, still nothing here. Tied still, 3 apiece here, bottom of the 5th. Already seeing some of these batters for the. This is already the 3rd time through the order for Jason today. 66 pitches so far. So.
Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike.
Plays that first here.
Fastball, close, but
These guys have some pretty good plate discipline up here. They're not just swinging at everything.
There we go.
A swing and a
But
miss
they
there,
did swing at that
2-2.
curveball, and that's
I
strike
think he'll
2.
be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
And this is hit hard to the right
Fouled
side.
off that one.
Foul. Into the windup.
Try two-seamer up and in. Just off the plate. Man.
It's a full count now, 3-2.
All right, well, Showtime slider it is.
With the full count as the
He couldn't hold back on that one. That's strikeout number 6 on the day for Jason. First out of the inning.
Second time tonight.
classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
And that will bring in the Pittsburgh
Ian Happ,
native Ian
first
Happ.
pitch fastball, top of the zone for strike 1.
That time it's 0-1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game.
Come on now, kid.
There's a breaking
Curveball on the inside
ball.
corner gets no swing, and that's ball 1. Same spot as the call from Neely. Swing and a
2
miss.
strikes now.
Out number 2.
3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point.
Hey, come on, big guy, get your pitch.
A change up out of the zone away.
And
He goes reaching for it. Get off my plate. That's strikeout number 7 on the day for Jason. 2 away.
Strike out both guys in front of him. Always a confidence boost when you can sit down the guys at the top of the lineup.
We'll bring up Brian Franco.
The third baseman, Brian.
He's got a base hit and an RBI today.
Into the box now, Brian Franco. He'll swing and
Squirted that one off. Endeavors is over to pull it in. That'll end the inning.
And the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. 5 innings complete, all tied 3-3.
Arizona still tied 3-3 with the Cubs. Here it's bottom 6. Let's keep going. Trey Mancini at the dish.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled away.
He's a career .237 hitter against Jason with a WOBA of .248, so not ideal numbers. But we'll see what he can do today.
The windup and the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow
Fly
right.
ball out to
Harper
Bryce Harper,
Play
excuse
one
me.
away.
And that's the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Blake Swihart.
Working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First delivery to him on the way. Well
Two-seamer up and
fastball.
in.
It's a swinging strike.
That's strike 1.
1 out, nobody on. Well
High
under the letters
fastball.
with
That's
the fastball
unfortunate.
that time.
Here we go.
Try a curveball instead of the changeup asked for. See, I can get those 2 right if I put my mind to it.
Curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Still a ball and 2
Squirts that one off. Yeah, let's go curveball low outside corner. Ground out, strikeout. Take pretty much anything off of it.
Sent on the ground.
I'll take a ground out to second.
Is up with it.
Vargas to Lamb, and that's the second out.
Digging in, Addison Russell. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Shortstop, Addison.
Try a curveball first pitch.
He'll start in with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. A good tailing fastball for a strike. 1-1.
Two-seamer comes back over the zone for strike 1. I don't like the execution on that one. But Addison Russell does me a favor, goes fishing after it, and that's strike 2. Try a curveball now. Strike 3 called. Get off my plate. That'll be 8 strikeouts for Jason now, who hasn't pitched particularly well in terms of runs, but he has been striking guys out. And they'll leave Jason in to face Mark Zagunis in the 7th. Still 3-3.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Hung curveball outside corner for strike 1.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
Seared down the first baseline.
Nails that one, but drives it foul. Try an inside fastball. Not too far inside.
And it's fouled away.
He still goes fishing after it, though.
rip like you can. Here you go.
Hey, plays that one now.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Try curveball outside corner.
And
Taps
now
it
they'll foul
down.
this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row.
All right, let's try another one.
That heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can.
That squirted up to short. Reinheimer's got it.
And there's
Bit of a high throw, a little bit, but that's still the first out.
Anthony Rizzo.
They'll bring up Rizzo here as pinch hitter in this game to try to get something started, fire this offense up. But we'll see how that works for him.
Get your pitch.
Because Rizzo is a career 200 hitter against Jason, 287 WOBA. Again, not ideal numbers for a top-of-the-lineup hitter
And 6 RBIs.
Hey, you can do it.
against
No
a
matter.
starter like Jason.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
And that one, in fact, is just right over to Rafael Devers in the shift, and that gets him second out.
So it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Ready once again, William.
Get that one into the shift, and Rafael Devers was positioned perfectly.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he pours.
You know what they say, there is no such thing as a position player.
Hey, see it. Right here. Let's go.
And there's ball 1.
Change up below the zone for ball 1.
Hey, see it. Drive it. Let's go.
No
Oh,
offense on
man.
that one. 2 balls and
Good
1 strike.
spots on those last 2 pitches. It's just he had the discipline not to swing at him.
Hey, we're patient up there.
Slapped hard the opposite
That's a
way.
liner into right, and that is going to be his first base hit of the game, 1 for 4.
Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder up, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't.
Well, they're going to leave Jason in here to face Taylor Davis and potentially try to get out of the inning.
Before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off.
Wow, no chance to get that one. Not on that throw. Not on that pitch either, but
So they still haven't picked up an extra base hit in this one, but that stolen base at least gets him a guy in scoring position.
yep, it's pretty much been station-to-station baseball here in Chicago.
Driving the ball with any authority today. We need to make something happen in a different way.
Arizona's been sounding off with their own extra base hits, home runs and such, but the Cubs, they've just been slap hitting the ball.
Need you right here. One time.
That's grounded to second, and that'll get us out of the inning. So Jason has pitched 102 pitches today. He's leading off the 8th, but I got to imagine his day is done.
8th inning coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece.
Your
Anthony
attention,
Alford
please.
is going to be asked to get things
They'll bring
going
on
here as
Anthony
we lead off
Alford
the
to
top
pinch
of the
hit for
8th.
Jason. So it's a no decision for him at worst on the day, and if they can get something across here in the top of the 8th, he might get the win. But it's all going to be down to the bullpens now. Let's see what happens. Survey says, well, still a quality start, but we're used to better from Jason. Jason pitched for 7 innings, allowed 3 runs, 2 earned, on 7 hits and a walk, collected 8 strikeouts, and got a no decision in a game that the Diamondbacks ultimately lost. He remains at 3-0 on the year and remains at 82-42 in his career. His ERA is at 0.94, his FIP is at 0.50, and his xFIP is at 1.84. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you at the ballpark.
2 hours and 57 minutes.